Okay, guys, we are going to talk about ecosystems. All right, so I know that you talked about that today or yesterday, and we're going to continue on. I want you to take a little bit of notes. Excuse my mess to the side there. So we're going to first talk about living systems. So let's So we're going to expand upon what you learned about yesterday a little bit. Okay. So a living system is, there's like tiers to it. Okay. So the beginning of it, step one, like the first part of a living system, is an organism. So an organism is a living thing. Okay. So we're talking about like one type of plant, one type of animal. Okay. So like one type of plant or animal. So that's like one thing by itself. Like me. Okay. I'm just by myself right here. All right. And then a population. So let's, okay. Then we've got a population. Okay. It would be a group of the same organism. Living in the same place. So if you think about one deer is an organism, and then a population of deer is like a group of deer. Okay. Then you'll have a community. It's a group of different populations of things. So this is like all living creatures. All living creatures. So all the deer. So like if you're talking about a community like in the forest, it would be like the deer, the squirrel, the possums, the skunks, um, the tree, the flower. So all those living things. If you're talking about the community of an ocean, you would talk about a whale, a fish, a squid. So all those things. Okay. So there are lots of different communities all around our world, right? But it just depends on where you're at. So then you've got the organism, the population, the community. So you're small, you get a little bigger, you're really big, and now we're going to get huge. And so the next thing is, let me change colors here, is an ecosystem, right? And the best way to sum up an ecosystem is all of the living and non-living things in an area, okay? Okay, so like a forest, so all the non-living things, the air, the water, the dirt, okay? That's an ecosystem. Um, So those would be all the non-living things in an ecosystem. But then you put the community in there with all the animals, and that's what makes up an ecosystem. So to recap us here, an organism is like one small living thing, one. A population is a bunch of those one things. A community are all the living things. And an ecosystem is all the non living and living things living together. Okay? Okay. So a habitat so this is where a plant or animal naturally lives. So you have to, it provides the essential needs. Okay? And those essential needs are food, water, shelter, and space. You have to have food, water, shelter, and space. Okay? All right, so let's go a little bit step further into our ecosystem and talk about the different roles. All right, a role is like we all depend on each other in a ecosystem. Okay, everything has its own job, its own niche, and we'll talk about that as well. Well, we'll put that. So we'll say a niche is the job or the role. I just spelled role like eating a roll. Oh goodness. A role in an ecosystem or even a community. Okay. Alrighty. So that was just a little nugget of info. I thought, okay. Okay, so the sun's energy the sun's energy is the source of, all of the survival. So it's cycles through the entire ecosystem. So we'll talk about food chains Thursday. So you'll see how ecosystems rely on the sun to come first. So because of the sun, we're able to have something that's called producers, right? So producers and you guys know what these are. Producers make their own food. So that would have to be plants. Right? Plants are the only thing that can make their own food internally. Then we've got consumers who we can't make their own food, so we eat producers. So we're getting that sunlight, that energy from the producers. Or other consumers who have eaten producers. Okay. So that's how the sunlight gets to us that way. Then you've got decomposers. And then they eat dead plants and animals. Again, getting the nutrients from the sun that way. And then the sun, and if you think about it, once the decomposer decomposes something, then that energy goes back into the soil. So it sort of it does the cycle, right? Okay. Well, I guess we could say that. Eventually, the sun's energy will return. Well, I guess not return, but it will be in the soil. I know that's sloppy. I'm sorry. It's from me. I don't have anywhere to rest my hand right there. All right. So the next thing you have is a Google slide for ecosystems. And I'll do a quick video with you on that and walk you through that. And then that is it. All righty.